Halfway through the Canadian Rally Championship season and the series heads back west. A 2-week delay due to wildfires has put the Pacific Forest Rally 2 weeks closer to winter. The weather seems fine in the valley, but the stages are at elevation, and there lies the biggest opportunity of the season. Spread by just 10 points, the top 3 teams chasing the title have all made the trip to British Columbia. Seminuk, Merritt, and Lestage. The bravest may have the most to gain. And in two-wheel drive, Jason Bailey needs a big result to stay within reach of his rival, Dave Wallingford. The mountains are unforgiving, and Mother Nature is playing her usual games. Who will gamble and who will win?
Way much snow than what we expected.
Only one way to find out. Merritt, British Columbia, country music capital and traditional home of the Pacific Forest Rally. With the later start, the fall colors are in full effect.
We're at the Pacific Forest Rally in downtown Merritt. About to start round 5 of the Canadian Rally Championship.
It's a few weeks later than it was supposed to be, so now we're getting some BC winter weather coming in.
This year the roads are unpredictable. They're slippery. I think that I've seen every type of tire on the cars today here in Parc Exposé. You've got gravels, you've got street snows, you've got AO34s. I don't think anybody knows what to do.
Top 3 competitors actually decided to have softer tires, gravel. So that means they're going to go for it. And the rest of them, I think they're going to compromise with snow and ice tires.
And the stage we're going to do today is 60 to 70% gravel, and there's a section where it's snowy and icy, and it's very tricky. And yeah, it's going to be a big challenge to start the rally with that stage.
I mean, there's a pretty stacked field here this year. The top 6 cars are pretty fast, so I think just kind of mingling with those guys, and we'll swap some times. It'll be good.
We'll see how the conditions are. We know we have good pace in this car on both snow and gravel. It's just about making sure the micro driver keeps us somewhat on the notes.
Well, I think I'm going to be nipping at the heels of the R2s. I mean, both of those R2 Fiestas. They're built by a team of engineers to win two-wheel drive rally, and my car was built by a couple of idiots in a garage to go sideways. So, I mean, there's no, I mean, especially with the slippery conditions, I'm hoping to be on the podium, frankly, and if with some luck and maybe some attrition, maybe up from there.
Here in Merritt, this is my home race. These are my roads. This is my house. This is the event I know better than any other. So,
Jason especially will crash. He's an animal. Once he gets behind the wheel, he just loses all sense of self-control.
No Americans are taking home my trophies this weekend.
And Dave Wallingford, I mean, I can't talk smack about Dave if I'm honest. He's such a nice guy, and I think he's going to destroy me. Don't put that in.
We'll see how it goes. I like these roads. I like this rally. I like the car. The car is fine. We had a little test last week. The Rocket Rally guys did a great job, so I'm confident.
We'll just go see how it goes. I think the battle is going to start tonight and finish tomorrow.
33 teams will navigate their way through just 6 stages of snow and gravel. That's because recent weather has taken its toll on local roads, leaving organizers and volunteers scrambling. The Canadian Rally Championship is presented by Subaru Canada. Confidence in motion. Subaru Rally Team Canada is first on the road and currently have a slim lead in the championship. They can't afford to drop places to their close rivals. Lestage and Ockwell engage their usual game plan. No warm-up stages and no waiting to see how their times compare. They set the pace, winning the opening 2 stages to take a 30-second lead straight away. Next on the road is Boris Georgievic and Darren Garrett. Boris has had a hard season so far, and it isn't over yet. On the opening loop, he slides off the road and out of the race. We've yet to see him have a clear battle with the talented action sports star Brandon Seminuk and co-driver John Hall.
2, 1, goes.
Despite not running the full championship, Brandon sits 3rd overall. He insists he's not making a bid for the title, but being only 10 points back this late in the season makes him a driver to watch.
Crossover cattle guard. into 4 right plus, opens into
The bright orange Subaru of Leo Orličić is also here at PFR.
7 small hook. Have fun. Thank you. That's what it's all about. Early, left time, over crest. Here we go. 20. Late-ish right.
He's sandwiched between Semenuk and Lestage in the title hunt, but is breaking in a brand new co-driver this weekend.
Right 8 plus, a half neg, tightens clip 7 plus, into touch lefty over guard.
They can't touch the top 2 teams on the opening stages. The mountainous gravel roads favor the more powerful open class cars, but Leo's commitment has him in 3rd, just in front of Dave Nicol and Alex Gelsomino, who are back to CRC action in their Crosstrek. Behind them, Dirtfish's Sam Albert and Rhiannon Gelsomino put in a top 4 stage time. They're in 5th overall despite the adverse conditions. In the battle for 2-wheel drive honors, Jason Bailey is at home on these mountain roads, and the smooth conditions suit his Fiesta. He's 9th overall, but in front of him on the leaderboard are his main rivals, Dave Wallingford and Leanne Junilla. It's a flat-out battle. Bailey can't afford to lose here, and with Washington competitor Dave Clark adding to the pressure, he's got his hands full. At the end of a shortened day 1, Lestage leads by 33 seconds. Semenuk has another 30 over Orličić. Wallingford leads Bailey by 10 seconds in 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, I'm super happy with the lead. The 2 clean stages and decent leads, so with so short mileage. So I'm quite happy and looking forward to tomorrow. Long stages that I like, so should be good.
Yeah, I mean, short day, but a really good one. Kind of got into this place I wanted to be, just following Antoine and not losing too much time. So tomorrow we'll have some good open gravel stages and yeah, see how it goes. Hopefully I can set some good times.
But unfortunately, on the way up, I had a little spin and did a little Austin Powers move to get turned back around. I lost some time, but coming down the hill, we were pretty quick.
Ideal result this weekend would definitely be first. I'd love that. Would love beating Jason Bailey anytime I can.
I was worried today that it would take all the fun out of it with the slick roads, but that was phenomenal. So it's all a good battle for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
Subaru has been in Canada for a long time, building a reputation as champions in the toughest of conditions. 11-time Canadian Rally Manufacturers Champion and counting. Claim your own piece of history for $29,995. Subaru, confidence in motion.
It's early morning in the Nicola Valley, and road conditions in the mountains are taking teams by surprise. A layer of snow at the start of day 2 is throwing some competitors for a loop, and it looks like the leader could be one of them.
Yeah, a lot of people came out on gravel because they gave us the information that there was snow on top of gravel, but it was breaking through the gravel as the car 0 was going through, but that's not what we see now. It's way much snow than what we expected.
Some teams chose winter tires as spares in the trunk in anticipation of this situation. Now it's a dash to get them on the car.
We weren't exactly sure how accurate the report was, so we figured we'll put our soft tires in the back and put some snows up front so we have some bite, so we can at least turn the car. So that was what we went with.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 50 over small crest.
The Subaru factory team only has gravel tires, so they are destined to struggle here. The lack of grip is immediately apparent. The reigning champions get to work. They need to be smart and drive up to, but not beyond, the tire's limits.
Right 5 over small crest. So again, right 5 over small.
The wildlife isn't helping. Every bit of Antoine's skill is required, but they are not alone in the struggle. While some other teams, like Semenuk and Hall, may have 2 good snow tires on the front, they still have gravel tires on the rear.
5 left short over crest.
Half grip is better than no grip, but it's still a handful.
Short over crest, stay right over 2 small crest 30.
Leo also has 2 snow tires, but the most he can manage on the opening stage is 4th. Albert plays it cautiously for just 10th fastest. With all the top teams struggling, the door is open for some underdogs to jump into the fight. Dave Nickel is known to drive at full commitment, but he's playing it smart in these conditions. He's settled into 4th overall. The big story on the opening stage is the duo of Sieber and Mealing. Ranked 29th after some tough luck on day 1, they spring back with good tire choice and their first ever national stage win. Another Dirtfish team of Nice and Skukas have quietly moved into the top 5.
We have gravels on the back. We're not even gonna make it through the stage.
3, 2, 1, go.
Dave Clark can only laugh at his predicament. Limited grip on a rear-wheel drive car will be challenging. This will certainly leave him well behind in the hunt for the 2-wheel drive win. All he can do is adjust the notes for the conditions.
Then crest.
You can just take the flats out.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And crest 40, left 5 minus.
In front of them, Dave Wallingford seems to be struggling too. He's been overtaken by his main rival, Jason Bailey, who took 4 snow tires for the loop. It's the right call for this first stage, but his pace is still surprising.
40.
Come on, man, get out my way, yo.
There you go. Right 5, 40.
Bailey sets the 4th fastest time on the stage. He's flying and now leads the 2-wheel drive class by a minute. With 1 stage complete, teams are relieved to have survived.
Pat Richard's tile.
What does it say? There's a lot of rocks in there, though.
They should. Oh, that was crazy. Obviously we're on the wrong tires. We went on gravel tires based on the information we had at service, thinking that it was breaking through the gravel. But it's definitely a snow stage. We should have been on AO34s. There's only a section in the middle where there was some rocks coming out where we had some sort of a little bit of grip, but the beginning of the finish was terrible, and we just basically drove through and tried to minimize the damage and bring her home.
For all the teams with gravel tires, things are about to improve. A second pass through the same stage means the snow has now been swept off the road. Lestage is now on the right tires for the job, but still only manages a 2nd fastest time. His Rocket Rally teammate snags the top honor as they both pull away from the rest of the field. In 2-wheel drive, Bailey's tire choice that worked so well on the opening stage is now a handicap.
I feel like we got no front tires at all.
The soft snow tires can't handle the rocks and gravel, and he's battling flat tires and damage. In a reversal of fortune, Wallingford passes Bailey and regains the lead.
So this is right 4.
I feel like we should have changed it.
Yeah. We might still have to.
Yeah. Like we got all that fast stuff.
Yep.
I'm gonna get on this side, and then we're gonna try and change it.
With 4 stages complete, Lestage leads Semenuk by less than 30 seconds. Erlichich is clear in 3rd with a minute over Nickel. Dave Wallingford is up to 8th overall in the 2-wheel drive lead, while Bailey ends up retiring from the event. No doubt the teams will be pleased to get back down off the mountain to regroup for the final leg of stages with some clearer tire choices.
Take your driving to the next level at Dirtfish. Gain confidence behind the wheel of an all-wheel drive Subaru STI or rear-wheel drive Subaru BRZ. Get sideways with skills on multiple surfaces. Gravel, mud, and tarmac. Dirtfish offers programs for every driver. Visit dirtfish.com for details.
It has been a rough morning up in the mountains, but with 2 stages to go, the teams arrive at service for a much-needed regroup.
We went out on gravel tires without bringing any snow tires in the cars. It's hard for people to understand, but the gravel tires it's a harder compound and they don't work on snow and ice. The chemistry, I guess, in the compound is not made for that. You're sliding and you're trying to find the grip of the outside, inside. So very difficult, but yeah, that's what rally is all about.
Yeah, definitely first stage, that was a key choice. Even full snows would have been pretty good. I mean, we got a couple long gravel stages coming up, so just gonna go out and have some fun. Probably not gonna try to chase Antoine because I think 30, 40 seconds that he's got on us right now is a little too much to catch him in 60 kilometers. So I think just having a nice clean drive and some fast stage times would be good.
It was good. It was very good practice for tall pines. So the top guys went on gravel tires, and I think the faster tire would be the winter tire, but then punctures and that stage is kind of known for rocks. So there was no point. We just had a good pace on gravel. We actually had a blast, and the second pass through, first pass you check the notes and make sure co-driver is there. Second pass was a blast, like really good. We do have medium gravel tires, not even soft. I can tell that it's losing some time, but pace-wise and commitment, that was a blast. I have to back off though. We have a huge lead in our class, but yeah, it's just too much fun to back off.
With Bailey's retirement, the pressure is off in two-wheel drive for Wallingford and Junilla.
Second pass, it dried up and warmed up quite a bit, lost a lot of the ice and snow, and a lot of the big rocks came out, a lot of medium-sized sharp rocks. And we were both on snow tires, had to be careful through the rocks because they would get punctures with the snow tires pretty easily, and it sounds like it happened to him, but I lucked out. So strategy now is finishing the rally. Have to finish the rally to get these points, and that's number one priority.
The first pass we bled just an insane amount of time with the gravels on the rear. I couldn't put anytime I touched the gas, the back would step out. Anytime I touched the brake, not in a straight line, the back would step out. So we bled a ton of time. And then the second pass, everything clicked. I mean, the stage cleared up so much, we were able to rip through there. And then, like I was thinking there would be, there's some attrition. So it's kept us right up there. I think we're in second still. I think everybody's going on gravels from the stage report. It's pretty grippy. There's a little dusting of snow, but nothing slick. I probably am going to go on gravels as well. A small part of me, because these AOs in the front worked so well, and all of our gravels are mediums, the AOs will stay nice and soft, and the gravels might not build heat. There's still a debate. I'll probably go on gravels though.
2 final stages left to run, and with the snow seemingly out of the picture, it's one final push on the gravel for the win.
Subaru has been in Canada for a long time, building a reputation as champions in the toughest of conditions. 11-time Canadian Rally Manufacturers Champion and counting. Claim your own piece of history for $29,995. Subaru, confidence in motion.
It's the closing leg of the Pacific Forest Rally with 2 passes of the final Spias stage, a 30-kilometer stage that none of the teams have seen before. The Canadian Rally Championship is presented by Subaru Canada, confidence in motion. The tire guesswork is over, which is great news for Subaru Rally Team Canada. Lestage and Ockwell are great in any condition, but give them clear, dry gravel, and they are downright dominant.
Left tightens to 4 minus half long, keep in. Into crest. Whoa. And something's wrong with the gearbox. Yep. Right 6 long.
They are pulling away from their competition, despite a worrying gearbox issue they will need to nurse through this final loop. Semenuk and Hall are in second with more than 2 minutes over third. For the first time this event, the clear gravel allows the team to really let their cross-trek stretch its legs. Semenuk has stepped onto the podium at every event he's entered this year, and this weekend is looking no different. Crazy Leo would prefer to be in an open-class car with the horsepower to compete with Semenuk, but his budget is tight this year and production class allows him to run more events and is a great training ground for his co-driver. Nickel and Gelsomino are strong in fourth. This would be a great result for the team. Just a few kilometers from the finish, however, a mechanical failure robs him of the satisfaction. He pulls over on the final stage. Nickel's retirement bumps Dirtfish's Travis Neese and Krista Skoukis into fourth overall. They've run a conservative race in tricky conditions, and it's paid off. Same goes for Vilnius Dimpers, who's now up to fifth. At the refuel stop with one final stage left to run, the Subaru team have managed to rig a makeshift temporary repair.
The straps will hopefully be our savior because it's holding up the side that has no other support. If the other side breaks, the exhaust is there, which will help. Okay. Easy on the gas. Yeah.
Easy on the gas in a race. Easier said than done. In two-wheel drive, Dave Clark and Jamie Willits are safe in second with two final stages to have a little sideways fun in their Mercure. They can't touch Wallingford and Janilla, who are on their way to another victory. The result is a 44-point lead in the championship, which all but clinches the title for Wallingford. With both Erličić and Semenuk set in their podium positions, they could just run their own rallies to get to the end. But both of them know that the race leader has mechanical issues. Earlier this year, Lestage and Ockwell had a clear win on their hands at the Rocky Mountain Rally while they nursed a suspension problem. The rough stages were too much for their makeshift fix, and they retired on the final stage. The similarities now is giving Lestage déjà vu. He can't afford to lose first place points, so he confirms his pace with his co-driver.
Okay like that? Yeah, KR left tightens to 4, minus half long.
But Ockwell comes from the Pat Richard school of rally, where you never tell your driver to slow down. This time they cross the finish line with the win secure, clinching Subaru's 13th manufacturer's title and Lestage's 50th CRC victory.
No way he beat us. We got it. Good job. Yeah, you too, man.
Lestage and Ockwell take the win. Semenuk and Hall second, Erličić and Roxon round up the top three. Wallingford sits seventh overall and first in two-wheel drive. Lestage grows his lead to 13 points in the overall championship.
Oh, yeah, we made it. Bit of drama near the end. We broke a gearbox mount in the car, but it held up, and we had another good stage in the last run of the long 30K stage, and here we are winning the rally. So really happy. Thanks to Rocket Rally, thanks to Subaru. I mean, this car is so good, and it worked really well when it mattered, so really happy.
So the last two stages was, no issues, really fun stages. It's always fun just to chase Antoine down, and if I can kind of stay in that like second kilometer behind him, then I'm pretty happy with my drive. So yeah, I mean, I ended up in the best place I thought I could, so here we are.
Yeah, we had no idea that somebody can deliver notes that well. Sam, tell us, how the hell did you manage to keep us on the road?
Man, stoked. Just like got in the zone, knocked off the notes, and finished her off. It was just good.
Yeah, this was a pretty ideal turnout for us. First in class, and maybe possibly tying up the championship. We'll see. We have to do the numbers, but yeah, pretty happy.
It feels pretty good. I was hoping for podium, but I mean, everything just went up in the air with the snow. So no, it feels great to be on the podium again, and yeah, every time we do it, it's I savor it. It's fantastic.
This wasn't a traditional Pacific Forest rally. It was just 6 stages, but everyone standing on these cars knows it was incredibly challenging, and it doesn't get easier from here. Next up is the Rally of the Tall Pines. See you then.